I'm trying not to feel like deflated. Our district has changed to 4 days a week, so I'm grateful for at least the 4 days. Say you, Dougie. That's okay. It's okay. Good boy. Good boy. No, Bill. Oh, I've got parent-teacher conferences like...
You are watching Juliejboye Family Jewels. Hallelujah!
Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday morning. I'm forgetting my days. I'm trying not to feel like deflated because our district has, I know to some of you, you're gonna be like, oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river. We've been out of school for months, or only doing online or whatever, but we've had a good month of school and our district has changed to 4 days a week. So I'm grateful for at least the 4 days. But they just decided to do Fridays as a remote learning day, mostly for the teachers' sake, because when they've got a bunch of kids quarantining, they're having to do their school, you know, their classroom, but also those kids that have quarantined, they have to make sure that they're caught up on their online work. And so I get that the teachers are overwhelmed, so I understand that, but at the same time, there are 0 cases at our school. And there are mostly zero cases in all of the elementary schools in our district. So it's just a little frustrating that they kind of just put everybody into one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that the high schools have a lot more cases of COVID, but that's because people are kissing everybody. That's what high schoolers do. So they, I get that they should do Fridays. It's just hard because when you quarantine or when you keep high school kids at home, it's no problem. They know what they need to do. But feeding lunch to a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, it's just more food, more lunch, more prep, more sit down and go through it with them. It's just a lot more. So that's a little discouraging for me. Hopefully it's just temporary and they can get back into school. There are there's 1% of cases at our local high school, and they just shut down for 2 weeks. I'm just like, okay, what's next? And the CDC is recommending to, not do trick-or-treating. I'm glad that the comments are disabled because I don't even want to get into it. We all have our certain feelings, our opinions on things, and I, quite frankly, am on the side of let's move on with our lives. The virus isn't going anywhere. We just need to learn to deal with it. That's the side that I take, but I know a lot of people disagree with that, and that's all right. Well, if you didn't want this many kids, then why'd you have this many? Well, I didn't think I'd be homeschooling kids, okay? Yeah, I'm on the defensive for sure. I had nightmares last night about homeschooling, and it was homeschooling Kenya, of all people. So anyway, I'm just trying to remain positive like my husband. He's so good at that. And savoring every moment of this little guy walking. By the way, do you think that onesie is considered a swimming suit? Am I going to get flagged for that? I don't know. And yeah, we got orthodontist appointments today, parent-teacher conferences today, and I think I'm going to need some dessert after the news of doing 4 days only. Good dog. Good boy. Oh, he's out of there. Say you, Dougie. That's okay. It's okay. Good boy. Good boy. No, Bill. Oh. Okay, you guys, I'm kind of scrambling. I've got parent-teacher conferences all virtually, and I'm trying to figure out who is at what time and how to sign in, and meanwhile I gotta pick up kids and get them snacks and get them to their classes. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Okay, you guys, I've got 2 Google meetings down with teachers. I've got 2 to go so far. Adana and Ari are doing great. I'm always worried about Ari, but just because he's a super young 6-year-old, I put him in school instead of holding him back, but he's thriving. She's like, he's doing great. So, I mean, he's a little behind academically, but you know what? School is not just about academics. Socially, he's involved, he's participating, he's standing in line, he's responsible. Like, I'm so proud of him. Okay, India's next. Hey, you guys, I'm just using this bad boy. And I've got carrots, potatoes, red onion, the trivet. I'm gonna put this seasoning inside, which is just garlic powder and Italian seasoning. Actually, I should probably mix that up a little bit, right? There we go. And then I have a can of chicken broth. I'm just hoping that I don't have too many potatoes, because then you don't want them to be crunchy, you know what I mean? So I've got that in here. This is a total experiment. Trivet in. Chicken, which I sauteed just a little bit. Okay, and that does it. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna go pressure cook for 13 minutes. You wanna push those buttons too, huh, buddy? Start. Okay, and hope that it works. Hold on. Pray that it's done, and then I'll top it with some Parmesan cheese. This little mama is brushing my hair. Thank you. Do you want to do this part right here? Okay, guys, my parent-teacher conferences are over. All of them go this way. That's okay. Go like this. Yeah. Thank you. Right in my gray hair. Thank you. All the kids had rave reviews. I was most worried about Ari, but I was really happy with what the teacher said about him. She's like, you know, school is a lot more than just academics. She's like, it is learning to be responsible and interacting well with others. Thank you so much. And it is learning how to stand in line and not pester your neighbor. And she's like, and Ari does great. And I was like, oh, thank you. I said, because he's young, you know, he's a young first grader, and he turned 6 like a week before school started, and the week school started, another kid turned 7. So they're like a year apart, but they're all doing great. They're, you know, some of them are above average on their benchmarks. Some of them are right where they should be. Anyway, I'm just really proud of all of them. I just felt a nice warm sensation go down me, and that was
Me.
Ew. No, my baby just took a whiz on me. I was just changing him to get him in the tub, and I got peed all over, and the dinner wasn't very good.